Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and we are here with a quick update on Don Russell's case. He is formally in the plea negotiation phase. We know that a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago, there was a story out that he was looking into doing a plea deal. And as was explained at that time, plea deals don't mean that you're turning on somebody. The government, for whatever reason, that's how they get their high success rate, is by getting people to plead to a lesser charge. And so that is what appears to be happening right now. And so in an article by CNN, it states that Donnell Russell was indicted in October on one count of interstate stalking for allegedly contacting an anonymous Jane Doe, who we know is Faith Rogers, with the intent to harass and intimidate her and her family, according to the indictment filed in the Eastern District of New York. He pleaded not guilty to the charge in October, court documents show. Russell was also charged by criminal complaint in the Southern District of New York with threatening physical harm by interstate communication and conspiracy to threaten physical harm after he allegedly placed a phone call to a Manhattan theater to prevent the December 4th, 2018 screening of SRK, and I will post the link to the video where I talk about that. His attorney in that case, Annalisa Myron, says that Russell pleaded not guilty to those charges, and at the hearing Friday morning, Nadia Shahada, an assistant U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of New York, confirmed that prosecutors are in the middle of plea negotiations with Russell. She added that prosecutors, quote, will continue to produce additional discovery, end quote, in Russell's case, which means that they are doing everything that they can to try and break him down and get him to give information, tell lies, whatever it is going to take to connect him to the bigger case at hand. And so she went on to say that we will be sending a proposed plea agreement to the defendant in this coming Monday. Douglas Morris, an attorney for Russell, declined to comment when contacted by CNN. Ellie Honig, a former federal prosecutor and CNN legal analyst, said that the fact that prosecutors are sending a plea agreement to defense counsel is an indication that the ongoing negotiations are far along. And then she goes on to say that's typically an indicator that they're close to a plea deal and a trial won't be necessary. Greenberg was quoted as saying he's charged with crimes that Kelly was not in any way involved in. If he chooses to plead guilty for his own actions, that's between the government and his own lawyers. Anytime someone is charged in a criminal case, there's always the risk that they're going to make something up to get themselves out of trouble. I can't control that. So Honig said that even if Russell accepts a plea deal, it still remains to be seen if he would testify against his former boss. But Honig added testimony from a former member of Kelly's alleged enterprise would be extremely valuable to prosecutors. And then she goes on to say, in a RICO racketeering case, you need to prove the existence of some larger criminal scheme. You need to prove there is some sort of ongoing criminal enterprise. If you have someone close to the defendant who can explain how this operation worked, how it was structured, how it handled its finances, that's enormously helpful. So what Honig did not state was that there is no proof that Don Russell ever worked for Mr. Kelly. And if he did, he wasn't around long enough to be able to provide any substantial information in terms of how his business was ran, how he operated, amongst his team, or anything about his finances, even though he continued to run around the internet and claim that, he was paying off these back taxes. He was, trying to, figure everything out for him. There's no proof that he actually did any of that. And so it is a far reach that the Eastern District of New York is going to try and connect Don Russell to the case at hand. And so it'll be interesting to see if Don holds out, continues to plead not guilty, and take his punishment like a man, because nobody asked him to intervene. Nobody asked him to do any of this stuff. And it would just be a disgrace if he would turn and flip and say that he was given orders to do any of this. So we will continue to follow this, and I will check on Monday to see if a copy of the plea agreement or the plea negotiation offer is posted online, and let you guys know what that said. So just want to bring this to you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.